I got to re-edit that in. It didn't quite match up.
Oh my God, that's so funny. You had snow on there. I didn't see any Mardi Gras. I didn't see any
No, we
gnarlies.
didn't see Mardi Gras, but we were listening to some.
Okay,
So
who is that? Who is
uh,
that? Who is that?
this is Julian Primo is his
Oh,
name. He's a local musician. He just got inducted into the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame.
nice.
And he's my son's age. He and my son are friends. And
Yeah.
my son will on several of his gigs, he's gone and filled in as backup guitarist or gone and run their
Gee,
sound for him.
gee.
And Julian is just an absolute sweetheart of a
Now,
person.
do you have rights for that? So you
Yes,
could,
yes,
yeah.
I do because I emailed him and I said, Julian, I said, please, 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 can I use one song for my channel? And he's like, sure, you can use any song you want. I said,
Awesome.
this
Yeah.
is what I want because it's the Mardi Gras. He wrote that for Dr. John
Ah,
and
yeah.
never got it to him in time to have it recorded.
So I
And
got a
so
Dr. John story.
yeah, so
Got a
instead he decided to record it himself, and I get it now, so I get to use it.
woohoo. Woohoo. So I was at a birthday party when I was in LA, and um, there was a piano sitting out on the back porch. And I'm going,
Yeah,
they have a piano out there. That's so weird. So here comes this guy. He comes in, purple cape, big hat.
that's
Poof, poof,
Dr.
poof.
John.
He's got two women on each arm, and I think they were just keeping him steady because he was a
Keeping
rocking
him
roll.
upright.
And he sits down and he starts playing. I'm going, that can't, is that real? Well, I'm just like awestruck. Is that
Yeah,
is that
like
him?
me on
No.
Tuesday when I went outside and there was a blizzard going on.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's
Same
right.
reaction. Same reaction. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. But yeah, no, I
but yeah,
I
no,
heard
you know,
I heard that particular song, and so I asked Julian if I could use it.
it's
He said,
good.
"Sure." I said, "Well," I said, "I need to get permission, from your agent or whoever." And he's just sent me a little thingy that I can post that says, I have rights for it. So they've
Oh,
not dinged me yet. If they try to, I'll call them up and say, "Sick your guys on them and tell them leave me
yeah,
alone."
right, 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 right.
Because it's my piece of music now. I'm using it. But
Yeah, it's really. What's his name again? Because that's really good.
Julian Primo, and you can find him on
Oh yeah,
YouTube. He's
yeah,
got a channel, got a lot of his stuff up.
good.
So um, he does covers. He does a lot of original stuff. He's very good musician,
Yeah. So,
and he has a Wi-Fi electric guitar, and it's not plugged in. It's like works on Wi-Fi, and he will when they're doing like concerts where there's a lot of little kids.
yeah.
He will use that and go out into where the kids are and let them strum on the guitar while
Oh,
he's performing.
that's good.
And so yeah, he's really good about that kind of stuff.
That's good. Yeah.
And like I said, he's a sweetheart. He and my son are friends. My son Lewis, he's a sound engineer, so he does several of their local stuff. He'll go do sound for them as well as the club where he works. He does sound,
Yeah.
and and that's his passion is music, and he loves doing that stuff. I mean,
Sure.
he's got I don't even know how many guitars. Every time I turn around, he's buying a new guitar. He's like, "You're as bad as me buying cards."
Well, yeah, I
Every
bet
time I
the
get a deck
cars
of
cost a
cards,
little
my
bit more
guides.
than what?
I said every time I get another deck of cards, my guys just look at me and go, "Really? Another deck? You need another one? You have two bookshelves full of cards. Now, what are you going to do with that one?"
Yeah, read it.
I can't help it. It's addictive. So, welcome, Danny Shay, to the swamp,
Hey, it's good to be
the
in the
frozen
swamp again.
tundra of the swamp. Yeah, Danny shifted some of his snow from Mount Shasta down here just to
Yeah.
so
Well,
he'd be a little more comfortable. Um, welcome to everybody in the chat. I'm not going to call y'all out by name tonight. I'm so sorry, but the rest of the night will just be calling out names. So thank you all for coming and hanging out. We've got questions on political, ET, galactic energy, going on in the world. I don't know. Throw something at us. Um, we'll
Yeah.
uh, we'll throw. I need to stop now and like go back and scroll. See
Oh.
if anybody put questions in that I just didn't notice. So I'll let Danny talk now because I talk too much anyway. And
You do?
tell us. Oh
You
yeah.
don't talk too
Uh,
much.
so fill us in. What's going on with you? When's your next trip up the mountain?
Oh, well,
What you
that's
got coming? When's your
so,
next shaman journey?
yeah. Well,
I
I'm in,
love those.
yeah, good. Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. I'm in the middle of a 3 session shaman journey, I guess. And I'm doing it Saturday at 8:30 in the morning. Who in the hell picked that time? That's what I want to know. Since I'm running it. But my guides were saying, you need to do something. I go, yeah. No, really, you need to, yeah. And then they said, you're doing it right now. And so I put it up and I go, 8:30 in the morning. I should have thought this through. But so
A
we're
lot
just
of us
doing.
we would have gone to sleep the minute you started talking us through.
Yeah, so I'm doing that, and then in Shasta, we're Kim set this up again that we're gonna be doing something with Mel and Linda and my younger brother, and it's bigger, better, bigger, huger, and so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
That'll
So
be fun.
yeah, so my brother and I we've been going up there for 5 or 6 years now for our birthdays, and it kind of morphed when Dr. Gale went up there, starting to look for ETs and spaceships and stuff. So
Yeah, that's true. She's amazing. I like to watch her,
yeah,
and
she's
she's good. I know when I first heard everybody kind of talking about it, I'm like, "What's Mount Shasta? What's the big deal?" I never heard of it before.
so that is so. I was talking to Nancy Jean the other day, and um,
I've got that video saved. I just haven't been able to watch it yet.
yeah, it's she was talking about ley lines, and then but Mount Shasta is the root chakra of the earth. I don't know how they get that, but some guy mapped out the chakras for the earth, and Mount Shasta is the root chakra. So
Wow.
I don't,
Well,
I
that would
don't,
explain a lot of it.
I guess I don't know, but when I go up there, it is magical. There's something going on up there. So
Yeah, I've seen. A matter of fact, I watched something just the other night. It came on some movie they were playing for free on YouTube, um, and it had to do with more on paranormal stuff.
yeah.
But it was, I think it was up near Mount Shasta. If it wasn't that mountain, it was another one that's a little further north,
Hmm.
maybe in Oregon or something like
Yeah,
that.
Mount.
Uh, I
Well, it
can't
could
remember
be
the name.
Rainier or
I think it might have been Rainier.
yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, um, I was thinking it was closer to y'all to Mount Shasta
yeah.
because it used to be they used to have a studio there. It's like an
Hmm.
old ranch,
Okay.
and then they were actually working it like a real farm, and then Hollywood came a knocking, and so they turned a lot of it over
Yeah. Oh, was
to
some ranch? Some.
yeah, some ranch or something up in the desert, um, up on the side of the mountain there, and then the government came in and like bought it all up and put fences up around everything.
Yeah.
And so now they have people that have to go sneak in to do it.
Yeah.
And they were showing a video where on several different nights, every time they would set up the outside video, there was this one area they would always get this darkness like a pyramid,
Yeah.
just, just there in the air, and they couldn't, no
Yeah.
matter which way they moved the camera, it stayed, but it
Yeah.
was only in one spot. And I thought,
Yeah.
okay, that's kind of cool.
I think we
And
might be talking about Skinwalker Ranch. So thank you, Mary Starshine. Of course, she should have that. No, know that. Um, and I'm not sure where Skinwalker Ranch
I'm not
is,
either.
but yeah, I did hear it. One of the things I saw on, I mean, it just cracked me up. One of the Midas, I get these emails from Midas Touch or whatever, and they're talking about Lauren Boebert and Nancy Mace having another bathroom type whatever about, and she goes, "There's a
Oh
man
my
in
god,
my bathroom," and so she was trying to get security and make something
make
on
a big
about
deal
that.
about it.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
was nobody. I mean, she goes, "Oh, I made a mistake," and then this Republican gets in. He goes, starts talking about underwater ET bases, and so Midas is like kind of laughing at him, and I'm going, "Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that are true, and
That are based on actual things, it's like there's a kernel of truth in there.
yeah,
And that's what makes most conspiracy theories kind of last, is there's a kernel of truth
or a
mixed in
big,
that vein,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then they kind of go off from there. And sometimes they're not off, at least in my
yeah,
opinion. And
right,
sometimes it's like, okay, y'all are just pulling that out your rear.
yeah,
I
right,
don't know
right.
where that came
But
from.
but one of the things that I mean, I do like looking at all that stuff, but boy, you better have your awareness on. You better go. Okay, how does this feel? Does it feel true? Is this right? So your discernment level needs to be way high when you're dipping in that.
For
Yeah,
sure. For
yeah.
sure. Well, and I don't hear, I mean, now I don't go out into the swamp at night. 'Cause
Oh, you
there's
should.
things that'll eat you and you'll never be seen again.
Oh, come
You'll
on.
be you'll be dinner, and that's
It's
it.
just a little
Um,
kiss. Just a little kiss with
and,
teeth.
yeah, and, but there are, I mean, you can go in certain areas, it's kinda just the outskirts
Yeah,
of the swamp area, and you see lights and, they call it swamp gas, but
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, no, it's like there's swamp gas and then there's this, and I kinda know what the difference is,
Yeah. So what do
but
you
they
think it
don't.
is? What do you think it is?
I think it's ETs that are in there. Either that or it's portals because,
ET's in the swamp.
yeah,
Ooh,
what better place to hide? I mean,
yeah.
like, it's not like anybody's gonna come strolling up on them,
Well,
you
first they
know,
have to get through the mosquitoes,
and the
right?
gators and the and the bugs and everything else that's out there. So, um, the water, I mean, get around all the cypress stumps and all the cypress
Yeah,
trees.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It can be something out there. I like to
Oh yeah,
look from a distance. It's like I don't want to go in there. I've
yeah,
gone in a few times on some tours. It's like, yeah, no. I'll
yeah.
just stay out here and watch the movie you make when you come back out.
Right, right.
And
I
I
I've
know.
would like to do. I would like to go into the swamps, maybe once or something. I went into the Okefenokee swamp up in Florida or
Uh-huh.
Georgia, and I was sick as a dog. And I'm like, oh my gosh, get me out! I mean, I was so sick, I couldn't enjoy it.
But that's a
We saw a
different
couple
kind of
of
swamp.
gators, and yeah, from
Yeah, it's a
you.
different kind of swamp than what we have. We're
Yeah,
a cypress swamp down here. It's more of a marsh, wetland swamp combined.
yeah,
I'm like roughly 3 miles from the Atchafalaya Basin. That's the largest land-based swamp in the continental U.S. It's
wow,
an 18-mile bridge to cross it. So and that's the narrowest point
yeah,
to
wow,
cross it. It gets bigger. And I mean, when Hurricane Andrew hit back in the 90s, that was a Cat 5.
yeah,
Hit Florida, went back in the Gulf, got back up to a Cat 5 again, and it came straight up the Atchafalaya. And when they finally opened the roads back up to go drive across, it looked like somebody had dropped a bomb in the middle of the swamp. Everything was laid flat.
yeah.
It was the wildest looking thing I'd ever seen. It was wow. That's well up until Tuesday. But freaking Blizzard, Louisiana still has my mind just totally screwed. Um,
Oh, it's funny.
it's like out of all the things I've seen and experienced in my life, that tops the cake right there. That was the cherry on top. I was like, it's like, oh my God. But and yeah, we still have snow. It finally got above freezing late yesterday afternoon, and then again this afternoon it's starting to melt. But then it's dropping back down into the 20s at night, so it refreezes, and now we're starting to get ice out there, and they're still fussing at people to stay off the roads. Don't go
Yeah,
anywhere you don't have to go. And I'm like, I don't plan on it. I'm
yeah.
gonna stay right here where I'm
And
warm. I have
is it supposed to get? What's the temper? When's it going to get above freezing?
it did a little bit yesterday afternoon, and then it did again this afternoon. And then it's supposed to start warming up considerably going into the weekend,
Yeah,
so that by like Monday we'll be in the 70s. And people want to know why we get sick down here.
yeah, right.
Um, a blizzard on Tuesday and 70s on the following Monday. Um, but then somebody said they were talking about another snowstorm coming.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can take two of them.
Well, you're lucky. You're in a red state, so you're going to get disaster assistance without
Yeah.
strings attached. California, they're gonna make us I don't know, do push-ups.
And all that happened right after our governor, like, arm twisted our Congress into passing a new tax law in Louisiana where they completely did away with earned income tax, state tax.
What?
And people are like, how are you going to pay for stuff if you're not taxing anyone? Oh, we're going to raise sales tax. So they completely eliminated income tax and they're raising sales tax like 20-30%,
Wow. And
which is
probably
already
property
making things go over unbelievably expensive.
are property taxes going up?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
Wow. Wow.
No, no, because that would hit the rich people. They own more property.
Because I know, I mean,
We have a MAGA governor, a MAGA House, and a MAGA Senate down here.
woohoo! Good for you.
Yeah, buddy. Let me tell you what.
Yeehaw, that's
It's
a party, huh? Yeah.
it's the first thing our governor did when he got sworn in was he killed the free lunch program for kids,
Oh, yeah. Well,
and that was paid for by the federal government. The state didn't pay anything.
oh, God.
And he was like, no, that's a bridge too far for him. It's like, really?
Yeah, feeding kids. Feeding kids.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
These are
getting
your
really
pro-life
stupid.
Christian folk, that yeah, let's starve the kids and kick them out of the house and turn off the power in the dead of winter. And
Yeah, right, right. Because
I
they'll
don't
really learn
understand.
a lot. They'll really learn a lot when they're all like hungry
And frozen
and
and
frozen.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Missouri
So
way. Who
pretty
said?
sure that
Oh,
there's some.
Mary Starshine. Missouri's that way. They want bounty hunters to find immigrants. Oh, good lord. Yes,
I
just.
think dog is retired, so they'll have to find somebody else that can make a fool of themselves on TV. Um,
Gosh, and what do they think? They think that you, it's just it's so short-sighted what they're doing. In
yeah,
California, we have so many migrant workers, and down in Florida too, work in the fields. I don't know
we
about.
have them here.
Yeah,
They work the fields here. It's like, yeah,
even up in Springfield, Ohio, after they eat all the dogs, then they're really working really hard. They're still they're still saying that. They're still
I
saying
know it's ridiculous.
like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Yeah, I had what was it like 2 years ago? My very red right wing hillbilly cousin called me up one afternoon. They're trying to take away our Social Security. Did you know they're trying to take away our Social Security? And I said, who's taking away your Social Security? The Republicans. And I said, yeah. And well,
And
what do you mean? Yeah. And how did you know about this? I said, because they've been telling us they're going to do it for 50 years. Where have you been?
yeah.
So, I said, you have to actually listen to what they say and then follow through by seeing what they do.
And
Pretty much they're
and
telling you.
yeah. And I can't believe people aren't more up in arms with the prescription drug cap. He removed that and the insulin cap. I mean, I thought that was a good thing for people who need it, but no.
and, and the amount of people down here, well, and this is in all red states, the amount of people that depend upon Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid, and they would not survive without it. And it's like, what
Yeah,
what are y'all going to do when they turn all that off?
they're going to eat gators.
Now what? Yeah, more like the gators are going to eat them. Most
Yeah.
of them wouldn't know what to do with a gator if they caught one. Um,
What do you do with it? Do you barbecue it?
I have no idea.
Stick it in. So in
You can
Missouri,
go in
what
just
they do
about any
with.
Cajun restaurant and eat gators. You can
Yeah,
have
yeah.
gator gumbo, gator balls. It's like a
I wouldn't eat those.
anyway. It's something they make.
Gator.
But they offer it as appetizers, or you can make a full meal out of it.
Yeah.
I've had gator meat. It's like, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Um, some people love it. I'm just like, yeah, no, that's not for me.
Yeah.
Just like I don't eat crawfish either. I
Ask
love
me third
shrimp, but
eye
I don't
said
like crawfish.
alligator chili. Alligator chili is awesome. Hmm.
Yeah,
I think I'd
yeah,
still pass. I think I'm moving more towards a non-meat kind of diet, and not really on purpose. I mean, I grew up in Missouri. I would have pork 3 times a day and think that that was normal. And but I'm just
yeah.
finding
I know it.
myself. I'm just shifting. I'm going. Yeah, I don't think I need to eat that. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, most of the meat that we eat is chicken because it's a lot cheaper. Well, until the bird flu hit. And of
Yeah.
course, now you're fighting to find it on sale, just like you can't get eggs.
Right.
But I used to eat red meat at least 3, 4 times a week and thought I was doing well. But it's like I just don't eat it anymore that much.
Yeah.
Once in a while, I'll grab a burger or I'll treat myself to a steak or something. But But yeah, it's
I just think that I think our diets are shifting. The way that the
I think
factory
it's
farming it's just not good for us anymore.
it's like the meat I do buy. I get it from, there's only two stores I buy it from, and they're little mom and pop local stores
Yeah,
that buy from the local ranchers and farmers.
yeah,
And so the meat and the produce I get is from right here.
yeah.
Like, I'm okay with eating that, but I don't go into big stores and buy it because I don't know where it came from
Right, right.
or what they've put in it. I mean, uh, you go to some places and you look at chicken breasts, look like, for like half a chicken breast you would buy, looks like a half a chicken. I mean, it's like mutant chickens. What are
Yeah,
y'all doing what are
yeah,
y'all doing to the chickens to make their breasts that big? So,
yeah.
um, I mean, are they got implants in there or what? So,
Hmm.
um,
Mm. Celtic seer, wood snake
big Celtic.
on 120. What is wood snake? I know it's a Chinese. It's something to do with
Oh,
the
it's the
Chinese
Chinese New
zodiac.
Year.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
I
the
think it's
zodiac.
it's the year of the snake, but it's wood snake.
Yeah, it's I know I was born under the earthen ox. I'm the earthen ox that I was born under. So it goes by what year you were born. I don't quite understand. It has to do with the I Ching, I think, and all of that
Hmm.
stuff. And I'm not that up on all of that. I know a little bit, just enough to sound like an idiot, but not enough to really give an opinion.
But she said something big is going to happen. It's funny. I keep wanting to turn on the news, which I haven't for a while. So this is kind of, I'm not quite
I
sure.
don't watch the news anymore. I don't watch it. I
But
can't.
I do see, clips on YouTube. I saw like Jim Acosta was accosting this Republican on the J6 pardons, and he goes, "How can you call yourself the party of law and order?"
Water.
And but normally they'd go, "Well, it's Hunter Biden's laptop," and so then the reporter would just drop it. But Jim Acosta he goes, "No," and he kept hammering him, and it's
I'm
we need
surprised they
more.
didn't fire him after the show.
Yeah, I know. He goes, "This is CNN." And I go, "Yeah, you got to be careful because CNN doesn't want anybody."
Well, Don Lemon, who got let go from
Yeah,
CNN, he's
yeah,
got his own YouTube channel now.
yeah, right.
And it's awesome. I mean, he does hot take moments where he comes in quick, in and out, but
Yeah.
he does a thing every afternoon for his members and subscribers to come in. And if you're like the top tier on his members, you can come on air with him.
Oh,
Got a seat at the table, and it's like, that's kind of cool.
yeah,
He's asking your opinion, but he has put some stuff out since it's like Don Lemon Unleashed.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Since he got cut loose from CNN, he's not holding it back anymore. I mean, he's
How do we get the 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 MAGA cult to turn on these stations so that they can see maybe another side? Is there any way that's going to shift? That's going to happen?
I hope so. I mean, I think Midas Touch and a lot of their affiliates that now like kind
Yeah,
of they're part of Midas Touch, but they kind of have their own show.
yeah,
There's there's this one guy, he's a musician. He's from, I don't know, Kentucky or somewhere up in the mountains, up in the woods, Pennsylvania, something like that. And he does a show and real popular, and he seems to get a lot of very right-leaning people that come on and
Yeah.
listen
Good.
to him and will
Good.
argue with him, and I'm like, "Good, argue." I
Yeah.
mean, I've had people email me or message me and, "Well, I can't believe you said that. How would you know that? Blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, "Look, I'm giving you my opinion, how I'm seeing it, the
Yeah.
messages I'm getting. If you don't like it, watch somebody else."
Oh,
I'm
is
not
that
I'm
where I'm
not
getting all my subscribers from? They're all coming from you.
"Oh, coming over
Hey,
from
thank
me, that's
you.
it. You're sending all your right-wingers to me."
Yeah.
And,
Well, yeah. All you right wingers, you go over to the swamp.
there you go. Go down there. She doesn't answer you, she might just throw you to the gators and let you fend for
Yeah.
yourself. I
Well, my
mean,
hillbilly brother came down to see you, and I haven't seen him since. Oh my!
there
You
you
probably
go.
throw him to the gator.
That's it. That's it. So, I mean, it's
Tennessee
kind
Brand.
of, Tennessee Brando, thank you, that's his name. I was going blank on it. I
Okay.
watch him, he gets a lot of right-wingers that come on and watch.
Yeah.
He's
Good.
actually had come of them come on and be guests, where they've actually had some conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "That's good," because he's from their area, so they kinda
Yeah.
listen
Right.
to him. Um,
Well, and
I mean
it's hard to have the conversation when the information that they're getting is incorrect, and so they're just not seeing any other side beside what Fox News is giving. So
right.
I'm open to other things. For example, when that Republican said there are spaceships coming out of the ocean, and somebody was
Yeah.
going, "You're crazy." I'm going, "Well,
Not exactly. There's
yeah,
spaceships down there. There's
there's
stuff coming
probably
out of the
bases down
mountains.
there."
I'm sure,
Yeah,
because we keep focusing on outer space, but there's a lot of stuff
interstate,
happening here on this old earth that nobody
interstate.
investigates.
Yeah.
And
So there's
things
a
happen.
I do a lot of scuba. I did a lot of scuba diving, and
I've never done that.
oh, it's amazing. But anyway, there's a zone in between like 100 and like 200 feet to 500 feet that
Uh-huh.
nobody is exploring. So the scuba divers can get down on air and rebreathe or mixed gases probably to about 200 feet if they know what they're
Right.
doing before they start killing themselves. Then the submersibles, they're so expensive, they start out at like 600 feet. So there's this section that nobody's looking at. And I'm
Yeah.
going, that's where I want to go. That's where I want to go. But didn't happen.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I know my son was in the Navy. He was sonar tech.
Mm,
Um, he did active and passive, both. So he was not just listening to what was coming in, he was sending the pings out. Evidently, it's two different types of
yeah.
sonar that you learn for that. And there was like and I didn't know this either until he was in the Navy. They have what they call a sonar dome on ships,
Yeah.
which is like a pressurized bubble of a room at the bottom of the ship on the outside
Yeah.
for them to do a lot of this work. And they would have to go in there and then get pressurized and depressurized to come in and come out. And it was like, wow. I mean, what happens if something hits that? He's like, well, if you're in it, you're gone. It's like,
Yeah.
bye. And I'm like, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
But
So did he get anything? Did he get any pings? Did he get any?
nothing unusual that he admitted to, but
Yeah, that he admitted to.
yeah, he doesn't believe in any of this. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It's He thinks I'm crazy. So I'm
My
like,
my
okay.
dad flying in the in World War II. He was a pilot, and he never talked about any of the stuff that he did in the war. And but he did say that he saw UFOs outside his cockpit, and he would go, "You guys see what I'm seeing?" And they go, "Yeah." Don't say anything. So they weren't allowed to say anything. I got to turn on another light because
Yeah, go
the sun's
ahead.
going down.
What's that you said, Garnet? Oh, wow. A UFO bigger than a football field.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I,
didn't do much good.
I
But
mean, he's hinted around at seeing things that there was no explanation for because he did 2 deployments. So he went to the other side of the world.
yeah,
He went all the way over to the Persian Gulf area, um, and saw some stuff. He don't talk about it.
yeah, right,
He's
right.
just like, it's classified, Mom. I'd have to kill you if I told you. I'd be like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but
I
I
mean, there's certain
mean,
stuff. Yeah, I was fortunate enough. My draft for the Vietnam draft, I was the last draft, and
uh,
my number was I think 254. So I wasn't going anyway.
my late husband was already in basic training to go to Nam when they stopped sending,
Oh yeah,
and so he just barely, you know. Same with my brother with Desert Storm. He was in. They were at base getting ready to go when they ended and said no more.
yeah,
And so he didn't have to go over. I know
yeah,
my
good.
mom was really happy about that.
Yeah,
Um, I like what Amanda Carroll says, we need an ocean force, not a space force.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
There's all kinds of stuff in the ocean. We don't have any idea what's down there. I
yeah.
mean,
James Cameron does.
and yeah, but he's not talking.
Yeah, he's making movies.
Not only on stuff they let him do, but
Avatar. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff happening that's just kind of
Mm-hmm.
wow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but let's see. I had a few things I hit here that I starred. Uh, okay, here's one. Since we're kind of on ETs right now, let's go with this one. Amy, Warrior Princess. I keep seeing UFOs where I live. What are they trying to tell me?
Oh.
Go, Daddy.
Mm. All right. I'm going to use my sci-fi tarot deck.
You got a
Although
sci-fi tarot deck?
I do. I do.
Is that the name of it? Sci-fi tarot deck? Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
what? You don't have this?
I don't have that one.
Oh my gosh. You need another
I'm gonna have to,
guitar.
yeah, I have to put that on my Amazon wish list.
Oh, this
Yeah,
deck
I got a
is
birthday coming in a few months, so maybe I'll
woohoo.
get lucky.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe you'll get lucky
I get
for
stuff
your birthday.
from my wish list. People, my guys will my peeps as we call them will suddenly I'll get something in the mail. It's like, they'd be like, "What'd you order from Amazon?" I'd be like, "I haven't ordered anything from Amazon. You got a box in there." So
Yeah.
and so I get all kinds of cool stuff, which is really sweet. I really do appreciate it. It's, it's not it's not like you go fishing for it, but it's like everybody kept telling me, "Well, put a list up, and then that way you know what you want." So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. So that's what I did. Um, but
Oh.
yeah, The Abyss. That was a great movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I loved that movie. My
And then
birthday is June 3rd, Sherry. So I guess it's a little longer than a few months, but whatever.
Oh, oh.
I'm a
All
June
right.
3rd. I'm a Gemini. What you got?
All right. So, Amy, here's what we get. This is fun. So we got the Five of Cups, which is normally a sad card. It's like, oh, lost something, emotional lost. But here's this guy. He's got a little ray gun, and there's some dead bones down here, and then there's a woman in some kind of bikini outfit because it's sci-fi of the 50s, and it says disaster aboard the space cruiser, but all hope is not lost. There's always more to the story. And then here's your spaceship that you keep seeing these UFOs, and the light on the horizon calls to you. And what they're saying is that you have new projects coming up. They're going to be coming more and more into your awareness. It feels like that they may. Okay, so if they do start scaring you, tell them to settle down. No scary. Tell them not to scare you. But I think they're going to be coming to you a little more and more and more. Is what I get.
Ooh.
That's what I get.
I don't have anything to draw with for.
What?
So I feel like they're just letting you know that they're there. They may be giving you downloads and stuff when you don't even know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because Dr. Gale goes, when she's asleep, she says that's when she goes and works on the ships and does whatnot and whatever, and which I think is kind of cool, but it's like, well, when the hell do you sleep?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's funny because you have these dreams, and a lot. I don't remember my dreams a lot,
I don't
but
either.
I'll wake up exhausted, and Gail will call me.
Yeah.
I go, Gail, dang it, did you have me working up on the spaceship? And she goes, well, yeah, you were up there. And I go, you got to give me a break. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, when you're more tired in the morning than you were when you went to bed,
I know,
like,
right? And she goes, yeah, you were working really hard. And I'm like, oh, okay. So
tell them I need sleep.
Amy was asking, do you mean home visitations? And it's for me, the way that I get this, it's a lot through my dreams, but I really think that they're going to be coming out more and more and more as our vibrations match some of their vibrations. So as we let go of being stuck on this earth and match their higher vibration, we're going to see them more and more.
Yeah, that's cool. I've seen like stuff up in the sky. I've seen lights that there was no explanation for. The first time I think I was like 17 with a group of friends.
Yeah.
And we had been helping a friend who was older than us who had his own beauty salon. And we were stripping the floors and get ready to put new wax down. And we'd been working all night. It was about 2 a.m, and we all went outside to breathe air because we've been breathing fumes for a couple of hours. And I just remember leaning back against the hood of the car, and I looked up and I was like, what is that? And it was 3 lights, very distinct triangular lights, and they were like zipping and moving all over the place. It was like, okay, that's not normal. And there was like 5 other people with me that saw it with me, and I'm like, okay, I'm not losing my mind. Y'all see it too.
Yeah. And you said you were 17?
Yeah.
What were you smoking?
That was before I smoked. I
Oh.
didn't do anything like that. I was in my 20s before I got introduced to that. So it
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
um,
And you see some of these things like the UFO sightings on the East Coast, and then they all went away. Nobody's talking about them anymore. It's kind of interesting that they just silence, radio silence. But in the very beginning, I looked at that and I go, "That's a spaceship." And then there was a lot of drones that went up, man-made drones, and so it
yeah.
kind of like hid that my impression that there were really spaceships up there. They're coming in.
Yeah, I think they use them for, uh, what do they call it? Kind of like a distraction when the real ships are up there. They send up all those drones just to, then they can prove that there were drones up there.
Yeah,
So,
right. Yeah.
and some of those drones are pretty big,
Oh
military
yeah.
ones. You know,
Yeah.
they're like the size of a damn airplane.
Right. Right.
And so
Yeah.
let's see what else we got in here. Anybody else ask anything? Rossi would like a message from Galactics on
I
the
gotta
spirit
get
world.
a newer deck. Let's see if this is gonna.
I gotta get some
Hey,
Galactic ET decks. I don't have any. I
what?
grabbed my shaman deck.
Oh, that's always a good one because they are part
Yeah,
of
mystical shaman.
yeah,
Yeah,
they are part of seeing the star beams and
yeah. The what is his name again? It's
Violdo.
Violdo. Yeah, Alberto Violdo, the mystical shaman.
Yeah.
I got the little like the little pocket deck. It comes in a tin.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
This is how big they are. They're like little bitty
It's
cards,
good because I got,
and they fit. I can shuffle them.
because the
Like how
back,
you get them in through Hay House. You can get them through Hay House.
yeah, yeah.
They tend to run them on sale fairly cheap. Uh,
I got his and his Shaman's Dream deck is really good too. That's another good.
yeah, I've got that one too, but
It's the big
it's
version.
it's the big version, and it was at the bottom, and I didn't feel like digging for it, so it's harder to get to.
Yeah. All right. Rosie.
Oh,
Virtual. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. All right. Hang on. I gotta look something up. So
this
you,
is interesting.
yeah, that's kind of what I thought too.
Let's see. And yeah, I gotta look it up too.
What?
Shows you how often I use this deck. I don't know that one.
Okay, 58. Come on now.
Okay, and then
And of course it's slow. 58. What is that? Okay, got it.
all right. Well, if you're ready, go. If not, I'll go.
So I'm using my Galactic Heritage deck. And so interesting that you have 2 Orion cards. And that is, they're more, they're a little more aggressive, I think, than well, let's just say they're a little aggression-ish. The first card I got is Black League Patterning. Sorry, you can't even see it. But what this is kind of like the Jedi Knight, this Black League. And so it's like saviors or something that that, they're going to fix things. They're the warriors, but they're on the good side. And then you got seduction and addiction, which goes to like being really into your ego too much, if this is making sense. And so it's like, let go of, once you get into this habit and you keep getting in it, then that habit grows stronger and stronger and stronger. And what this is saying is make sure your habits are nice and clean, good habits, not so much some of the negative stuff. Like for me, that would be sitting down with a bag of potato chips. I'll finish the whole bag. That's probably a bad habit, but dang, it's good.
Guilty.
Yeah. And then pay attention to your long-term goals. So when you're thinking of what you're doing, kind of switch gears and refocus your gears so that you're thinking long-term instead of short-term. And it feels like you're like this warrior. You're like this Jedi warrior. And you can do this. I got this.
That kind of matches what I got. Over here, I started out with the moon.
Yeah.
And in here, this is talking about the moon is always there 24/7. It just, we don't always see it, but it's always working behind the scenes, kind of helping to prepare you for where your next journey is going to be. And then I pull the coyote, which is kind of the trickster of the element, the animal elementals, which kind of tricks you into turning in different directions that speeds up your growth. So you may feel like you're getting off kilter, but maybe there's a reason for you taking that wide turn or going the opposite direction than what you thought you should go. And then the last one I pulled was the circle, which is bringing it all together. And they're letting you know, take everything, the moon, the coyote, everything that you're getting, all that you're doing, and put it all together so that you can, this will help you grow and strengthen what it is that they want you to know, because they will give it to you as you need it.
Yeah.
And not before.
And that moon card, I like the first two cards that you had, the moon card and the unity card, the hands card.
They're both in that circle.
Right? They're both in the circle. Rely on other people. I like that image with all the different colored hands. And the moon is also divine feminine. It's a very feminine.
With the woman there, standing with it there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and even the coyote looks more like a female coyote than a male coyote.
Yeah.
Just the way it's drawn. I mean, that's how it struck me. So
right. And I liked what you said, like something along the fact there is no right or wrong. There is no, just take everything. Use everything.
Yeah. Use everything that they give you.
Yeah.
Because there's a reason for all of it. You know, we may think we're delving off into the nothing, but there's a reason for that. So, I think they just want you to focus in on your steps, where you're going. Why did you go left instead of right? Well, because there's something they want you to learn over there. Over there. So, Rossi says that she's learning different modalities to see what works best for me. Yeah, that's right. I mean, hell, I'm still figuring that out. So, and I've been doing this for a few years now anyway. Let's see. Heavenly Blessed. Do the Galactics have any messages for me about the work I do with them? And wondering why I have this Honor hybrid. Oh, good question.
And wondering why I have the this honor. Huh.
That's cool.
Blessed. Galactic.
I've got a galactic deck somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it. I don't remember what deck it is now. I remember the first time I opened it and I looked at it and I went, I don't know what it's telling me. I was so confused. I was
Yeah. Well, Gail gave me when I was up in Shasta the first year. Gail goes, go down and get a deck from my car on my dashboard. We're at the mountain, at the base of the mountain, and the only one I could see was this one, this galactic deck, and it was big. It's 108 cards. It's huge, and
yeah.
so I picked this up, and she goes, and I go, this is the only one. She goes, oh, good, take it. I don't like that one anyway. And then we did a live from the mountain on her channel, and this was the only one I had, and I had to read it. And so it just kind of made sense to me. And there's a great app. It's $10, and for the Galactic Heritage deck, and it's really, really good. So if you want the deck for $10, the deck's not that expensive, though.
Yeah, somebody sent me a deck back when I first started. I mean, like a couple of months after I first started reading, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, oh, I did see it. And I tried looking at it in the beginning, and it's the same deck, Danny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. I have any idea how to use these, but
Oh, they are. So the app, I mean, you got to look at the book sometimes because it gets
yeah,
really
it's got a
deep.
book. Okay.
Yeah, and it's real deep on.
And they got like two
diff-
stacks of cards.
yeah, there's a lot, but there's different
A lot of cards in there.
civilizations, if you call them that, of planetary civilizations and ETs that evolved, and a lot of them are going through the same stuff we did. So they have messages on how we can evolve and where we're going. All right.
So you can mix them, or do you have to keep them separate? Or
no, I mix them up.
okay,
There's 108 cards.
okay.
So heavenly
Perfect.
blessed honey. The Galactics have a message for you about the work that you're doing. Wondering why I have this honor hybrid. Well, the reason that you're working with them is you are returning the favor. Wow. Down here, you're learning to nurture your path down here, and you're healing. Okay, this is just what I'm getting, not from the cards, but you're healing timelines. So you're healing galactic shifts, and you've done this before. So you're helping Earth because at a different timeline we helped you, and so you're just back here returning the favor, or it's a different planet or something like that. But you're doing what you've done in the past in another life, and yeah, does that make sense? So you've been here before,
Yeah.
returning the favor, doing good intentions, and your journey here is reminding people to nurture everything, and maybe even reminding yourself to nurture everything, and to be gentle with yourself on this journey.
Okay. Well, I pulled as Asani integrity.
Oh,
Okay, so you can help me out with this.
Okay.
What it means. This is my first time using these. And then
Awesome.
I got Zeta Reticuli,
Yes.
Ultimate Evolution,
Yes. All right.
and then I got Initiation and Ceremony, Vega Future.
Okay. Okay.
So,
So what was the first one again?
101
Asani,
Integrity.
integrity. And then you had
Asani.
ultimate evolution. So this is the Asanis are they're getting towards the end of the end of the deck, the end of evolution, and it is you're towards the end of this evolutionary process you're on. Keep your integrity up. Don't let it slip, and I'm not suggesting that you have. I'm not getting that. The initiation and ceremony. Hang on. So
That's
okay,
Vega, number
yeah.
74.
So this goes back to what Nancy Jean and I were talking about the other day, was with rituals and its initiation and ceremony. Make sure that what you're doing is honoring your path. And you can do it through rituals. Just don't jump into something. Take your time, get into it, respect the path that you're on. Very psychic, very spiritual. So just embrace that and don't like
And
take it for granted. Yeah.
something the book says on this card, the ultimate evolution is it represents the birth of a new species. Maybe that's why you're thinking hybrid.
Hmm. Yeah.
Just, I mean, I opened up the book and it's like the first sentence that popped out at me. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um, well, this
Yeah.
is interesting. I'm gonna have to like
Oh,
actually.
this book, this is really good. Yeah, this book it
When
is
I first got it, I opened it and I'm like, I don't even know what the hell I'm supposed to do with this. And I put it back in the box and it's been sitting on the shelf ever since.
yeah. And
And I
and
didn't even remember I had it. And then we started talking. I was like, man, I think I
I
have
do
that.
have that. Yeah. And the thing with it, it's easy to get rusty on this deck, which clearly we both are. Um,
I'm a little beyond rusty.
but once you start using it and getting the hang of it, it's really cool, and it does flow. You don't need the book at all. You can just grab the intuition
Yeah.
from it. So, yeah,
Oh, that's good. Okay,
yeah.
cool. Well, I'm glad I remembered that I had that. I kept thinking I had galactic cards, and I was like, it's been racking my brain. I was like, I know I
I
got
know
some
I
somewhere.
have those. I know I have those.
And well, heavenly blessed, honey. I hope that answers your question. Um, I've probably missed a gazillion questions from everybody,
Gazillion, a gazillion.
but we've already been here for over an hour, and I don't want to infringe on Danny's time any more than necessary. If
It's
you
dinner.
know,
It's dinner time out here.
yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
I
go.
mean, if you got time for maybe one more question,
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
and then and then we can go from there. Let me
Yeah,
skim up.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, Sherry Freeberry.
I
I saw
knew
an
that.
angel in my dream the other night. Was it a visitation?
All right, all right. She's gonna make me pull out a new deck.
I want to go with my Sacred Forest deck.
I thought I was grabbing my angel deck, but no, I guess not. Okay, I got it. I got it. Now my whole table's full of deck. So let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was it a visitation? Yes. Yes. I mean, I don't. I think when we have dreams, and we see and we see things, yeah, they are coming to us in a visitation, or we are going up to see them. They're coming down to see us. I think it's a two-way street. Formation. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's a big yes. I want to see what is.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and go while you finish pulling your stuff there.
Yeah.
I used the Sacred Forest Oracle deck, and the first card I got was Wizard of the Woods, and it's titled Focus. And it talks about true magic in the world, and to experience it, you must be able to focus. Focus on your dreams, realize your thoughts are things, and you focus your thoughts toward the good, you will attract more positive experiences. So that's with the first card. And then the next one I got was the Spirit Guardian of Summer expansion. And that talks about I lost my place here. It says work with passion, don't hold back. Take positive steps in the direction of your dreams now in order to reap the harvest later. So both cards are telling you to focus on your dreams so you know what direction to go on. So if you're seeing an angel in a dream, then to me that would be they're trying to point you in a particular direction. What was the angel doing? What were you doing? What was the purpose of the dream? I mean, if you don't remember, it's what do they say, keep a journal by your bed and
Yeah.
write stuff down. I never remember my dreams, or rarely remember my dreams. So I have the same problem.
Yeah, me too.
I have it for like 5 seconds when I wake up and then it's gone.
Gone. Yeah.
It's like, okay, I know I had a cool dream, but I don't remember what it was. So,
Yeah.
all
All
right.
right. So what I got, was it a visitation? Absolutely. First card I got was formation. Second card I got connection. Absolutely. And the third card I pulled was balance. And so, but I did find my angel deck, and it's my female angel archangel deck. This may have been your guardian angel, because that's what I put. And in it, the little keyword says ask for support. So I think they wanted to have you have this connection, a bigger connection with your angels and your guides. And where this is all going, because didn't you say something about Sherry about a point or something moving?
Yeah, both of the cards were. The first one was Wizard of the Woods, talking about focus.
Yeah.
Focus on your dreams, and
Yeah.
and then the other one was again focus on your dreams to bring it to know what direction to go.
Right. And so the last card I pulled was this card, and it looks like focus up to the top. And what this card's all about is awakening your inner angel. So it's asking you to go hello, and it's the ascension symbol. So it's asking you to raise your vibrations to get in touch with your angels. And really, there's no real raising your vibration except to ask. Just, just start having a conversation with them. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah.
Yay. So good.
That's
Shay.
good.
Good.
I like that.
Good.
Well, guys, I know we still got lots of other stuff. I probably missed a million gazillion questions in there because I got into talking to Danny and forgot to look at the chat. Don't get to snatch them very often to come over and play in the swamp for a little bit.
Yeah, it was fun.
I lucked out.
I didn't get bit once.
There you go. Once. See? No, I wasn't going to let nothing bite you. I'm here.
Thank you.
You're in my territory now. I'm going to take care of you. So, thank you so much, Danny, for coming.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
Some time. I really appreciate it. Absolutely. You. That was my next thing to say was thank you everyone for showing up. I'm so sorry I didn't really get a chance to focus in on y'all because I was focused in on Danny. And but thanks for your questions. I'm sure I missed them. Saturday night, y'all, you know what it is. Slumber parties. Every Saturday night's a slumber party. So I do a 10 p.m. Central. So it'd be 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
Every Saturday night I do the Night Owls slumber party.
Night Owls, yeah.
And it's anything goes. You can ask a question about anything. We have naughty cards, nice cards, questions, whatever. And so everybody's welcome to come. We always have a good time.
Yeah.
And same with readers. I tell them if you're awake and you want to pop on for a little bit, show up and I'll
show up.
Link.
That's
it. Cool. And so it's kind of let my people decide what they want for the night.
Yeah.
It's all up to them. I don't make any rules for Saturday night. Woo-hoo. Except be nice to each other. That's the only rule I ask.
That's a big rule.
Polite. So
yeah.
And y'all hang in there. It's gonna get better.
It is.
Right now he's busy throwing up a bunch of crap to make everybody freak out and lose.
Throwing up. I like that. He's throwing up a lot of stuff.
He's throwing up a lot of stuff, yeah. And we need to stay focused on what's the truth.
Yeah.
Because I'm with Danny. I'm an election denier. It's like, yeah, no, that was so cooked.
It's so cooked, and there's something going on. I was throwing something. I was going, what was the message? Because anyway, I'm not going to get in it. That'd be just way too long. But we just keep focusing on what we want to see happen, not what anybody else wants to see happen.
Yeah.
And that's how we create miracles.
That's right. And y'all can for a little bit better focus on doing that kind of stuff. Danny has his Sunday with Spirit every Sunday morning, which I love. It's not a political pull. It's strictly a spiritual pull.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff you can really get out of that. I know I do, that I can then put into my week and what's coming up. It's all the other crap. So
yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I just have I come up with a question that I need an answer to, and I, just a little clarity on, and throw the cards in these crazy formations. And it's
interesting. I love it. That's like that's like the first thing I watch Sunday morning. I go out with my cup of coffee and my cigarette and my phone, and I got Danny on.
It's there early. It's there early.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, I know he wasn't up at no 3 a.m. doing this. He must have done it yesterday. So
no, Sherry, I am.
Yeah, no, get Psychic Duck. She'll tell me the truth. Um, and so you're welcome to come back anytime. I hope
All right.
sometime.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's
maybe
always
by
good to
then
get
I'll be a
people.
little better at this, and we can maybe get into more of this again because
Yeah.
that was kind of interesting. It freaked me out so much the first time I looked at it when I first started all of this. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know what to do. And I just put it in the box and put it back on the shelf.
It's a big deck. It is, but if you start reading the book a little bit, it kind of then you start to have a little bit clearer idea. I got to go back and read it because
Yeah. And I know for my birthday, my past birthday, um somebody gave me a voodoo deck.
Psychic
Ah,
Duck
there's
says
Psychic Duck.
says
She
says
made it.
good night, cat lady.
Good night, everybody. But yeah, I've got a voodoo deck now.
Ooh,
And the book is like yay thick. It's big old book to read with it. So I've been trying to read through the book to get an idea because I don't know a whole lot about voodoo, but I keep my voodoo doll right next to my computer. I have the voodoo Wonder Woman. So, and I love Wonder Woman. That's my girl there. So,
yeah.
um, she stays right there, right by the computer. Keep all them bad vibes away.
Add juju away. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's right. That's right. I got my voodoo doll to protect me.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have a great
Great.
Thursday night. I forgot what day it was.
Toys
You
Day.
know, being home all week has thrown me off. So, even
This,
though I've been working every day, it just doesn't feel normal. And we're going into the weekend. Hopefully, everybody has decent weather and uh, and we warm up.
and pray for rain in Southern California. I think we're going to get some.
Pray for rain. Yeah, yeah, because a lot of the fires are moving north now, right?
Yeah,
In
they're creeping
California.
north a little bit up. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'm
How
still.
far south are you? Are you like middle of the state, way
I'm in
down
the middle
south?
of the state. Yeah, I'm in
In the
in
middle of the
between
state.
LA and San Francisco.
I
So
gotcha. Okay.
we still don't have any smoke. Yay! But the fires are coming up a little bit more.
Okay.
And we don't want a lot of rain down there. Just a little bit because
Just enough to
we'll get
douse the
mudslide.
flames and yeah.
And you all
Yeah,
saw
too
what happened.
much after a burn and you're gonna get a lot of mudslides.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Santa
true.
Barbara hit really bad a couple years ago. So
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I used to go over to San Diego when my son was in the Navy and I was living in Phoenix at the time. And it was like a 5-hour drive to go visit him
yeah, yeah,
once a month. I'd go see him on base, and that was nice. It's a beautiful area down there,
beautiful. Yeah,
and yeah, San Diego's nice. And of
yeah.
course, oh, I can't think of her name now. Annie is her name. I want to say Dreamboat Annie, but that's the heart song. That's not her name. And and she's in San Diego. She's always posting these great little clips of stuff around town.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fun because I'll watch it and I'll be like, "Oh, I went there.
I
Oh,
went.
we went there too."
Yeah, they got that big old zoo down there.
That's true. That's true.
Hmm.
Didn't make it to the zoo, but I got to see a lot of other stuff. So
Yeah, lots to see down there.
thank you, Danny, very much for
All
being
right,
on
thank you,
tonight.
Sherry.
I
Thanks,
do hope
everybody.
you'll come back, and
Oh, I will.
I'm
You know it.
looking forward to the next shaman journey. I missed the last one because I
Yeah,
was already spoken
booked.
for on another time slot, so
Okay.
I couldn't make it. But I love taking those journeys with you. They're
Yeah,
great,
they're fun.
and they're a lot of fun. And so, yeah, if y'all ever want to take a good shaman journey,
Just email. Send me an
just
email.
email Danny and let him know. He'll put you on the list. And
Yeah.
it's a blast. We usually have a pretty good group of people too that show up. So 20, 30, 40 people.
Yeah.
You can get
Good.
some good stuff going.
Yeah.
And y'all have a great week, great weekend, and we will see everybody
See you soon.